if this is gonna work, but I figured we could give it a try anyways, man. What is going on, yo? It's freaking dope to see you. And I truly hope that you are doing good, man, and that your week is going smooth, baby. For real. We all need a good word of motivation sometimes. And to help us get it, dude, Lee Evans, freaking one of the best, one of my favorites. As you guys know, I fell in love with this guy from the movie, what is it? Mouse Hunt, Mouse Trap, Mouse something. I don't know what the movie was called, but he played in it. They bought him and his brother or something, they bought a house. And yeah, they just had to get a mouse out of it the whole freaking movie. But I loved him because of how animated he was, man. It was awesome. And then come to find out that the dude is actually a killer stand-up is freaking incredible to have. I don't know, just that realization, like literally 20 years later, and be like, oh dang, he's been doing that the whole time. So, like I say, I don't know if this is gonna work because they usually tend to get blocked, but if you happen to see this, that's freaking awesome, man. That's why I kind of made the screen a little smaller, see if that helps out. Enough chit-chat out of me. We got some laughs to get into, bruh. The general himself, Lee Evans, let's go.
One's on a scam. It's like the other day I had to book.
Oh yeah, I always forget about the title. This one's Cheap Airlines, if y'all couldn't tell. My bad.
One's on a scam. It's like the other day I had to book a flight on one of these cheap airlines. They got a scam going, haven't they? You got to do it all yourself. You have to get on the airline's website, put all the details in for them, choose your own seat, weigh your own luggage, you're not overweight, print out your ticket on your printer. Fucking, I only want to go to Tenerife. I didn't know I was working for the fucking company. Now I'm getting worried whether they're going to give me the time off work to go on this trip. And have you been through security lately at the airport? Have you been through security? They still make you take your shoes off. Do you know why? In case you wake up that bloke staring at the x-ray screens. Oh yeah, you're going through security, no shoes on, doing all that shit, you know? You can see him over there staring at the screens going...
Oh, I love it.
I love that it's security. I love that when you go through security, you know?
I love it because where I live, man, we have a small airport. It's a capital city that I live in, but we're only a population... We're a population of 30... what is it? I don't know what it is. We're a population of like 39,000, and then when the school year is in, we bump up to like 50. So we're really not that big. So our airport is really tiny, man. And I've seen those exact moments.
They make you take your shoes off and your belt and your jacket and your bag. It all goes in that tray, goes through the x-ray machine. You're actually saying to the security bloke, you know, these terrorists, they actually think they're going to change the way we live our lives. Oh, I don't fucking think so. You know, you're standing there stark bollock naked. Some bloke behind you wearing white gloves going, oh, no. Not going to change awesome. My life. Every day's a crack.
Oh, that is killer, bro.
Every day's a crack.
Oh, my God, man.
Now, if you see an unattended bag left somewhere, you go, the fucking hell's that? Years ago, if you saw an unattended bag, you go, I'm fucking having that. Then you got to go through that big metal detector, you know, that big doorway one, you know, the one that's meant to pick up any metal. Have you noticed? It's made of metal. That's not even a sniffer dog that's into fucking drugs, you know? I've got to find some soon, man. I'm getting the EBGBs.
Oh, that's the
now
best.
You're just about to climb aboard a jet-powered machine that engineers have spent years eliminating drag and turbulence so you can reach speeds of 500 miles an hour at 37,000 feet, destinations far across the planet. But they overlook one thing, one tiny design fault that fucks all that up. Yeah. The queue in W.H. Smith's at the airport. Fuck me, have you been in that queue? It's the most miserable conga in the world. There's people in that queue, they've been there for years going,
For years.
You know, they always have two people on the tills. Unless they're really busy, then they just have the one. Which is why when they call the flight, you're late for the gate, you're running up one of those moving walkways, dragging your bag behind you on wheels, and have you noticed it starts to make that suggestive growling noise like it's getting turned on? Have you noticed that? You'll be walking up one of those moving walkways, your bag will be behind you going like...
Looking at it.
If you're really late, it starts to get really sexed up. It's like... If everyone's late, it sounds like a fucking orgy, you know? Oh yeah, do me big time, do me.
That's awesome.
Do me? Where the fuck did that come from? If I said that in our house, my wife would go like, fucking what? You know, do me. I'll do you in a minute, you chimp. You get to the gate of the airport, there's those smug fuckers at the gate, you know, the speedy boarders, you know them fuckers that are paid extra to be fast-tracked up the front. You can see them standing there going, think you'll find I'm first. You know, he's going for his pre-flight checks, you know, polo neck, check. Corduroy trousers, check. Really small penis, check. He thinks he's going to get on the plane first. I don't think so. You know when that EasyJet woman starts speaking into that microphone, you know, speedy boarders and passengers with children only, please. When that comes out the speakers, that's translated into, ready! Bundle! Everyone's like, fuck off. I love seeing the faces of those speedy boarders when they realise they paid extra to be fast-tracked onto a fucking bus. You ever been on one of those buses you have to get to your plane? Have you ever checked out the driver? They're fucking mental. That's why they put them behind glass to protect the passengers. You can see them in that little cue gun.
I love his noises, but coming back from Paris, we had to do that. It wasn't a family trip. Back in the day, I used to be in a marching band, so I then had to play the drums. But we got to go to France for a couple weeks, and just play music at festivals and stuff like that. And then for the last 4 days of the trip, we got to hang out in the capital, which I thought was pretty cool. But coming back, we had that same thing, man. We had to take a bus to the plane. It was freaking weird.
Like the passengers, you can see them in that little cue gun. You know, they got that little hole to put some meat through, you know. As soon as he's got you all on his fucking bus, he pisses off across the tarmac, overtaking jumbos, cutting up 737s. You're all in the back hanging on, you know. What's he doing? You all look like the back end of a butcher's van, do you know what I mean? You get to your plane, you know, you walk up the steps, and there to greet you at the door is... Orange face Phyllis. Because you know everyone that works for EasyJet's fucking orange. And the trouble with EasyJet is everything's orange. So all the staff keep merging into the background. You're getting on the plane and hovering in front of you is like a hairdo with some teeth. Welcome to EasyJet!
It's like the dog.
And have you tried the seats on these cheap airlines? Have you tried the seats? The captain comes over the tannoy and he goes, once we're in the air, you'll be able to kick back and relax. Yeah. Have you tried pressing that little button in your armrest? Have you tried pressing that? Fucking, that's it. That's all you get. That's it. Kick back and fucking relax? What's this, Hobbit fucking Airlines? Because they always say that, don't they? When you're coming into land or you're going to crash, put your seat in the upright position. What? That's going to save my fucking life, is it? Not only is this a shit amount of room, but now you're 1 inch closer to the ground, the very thing that's going to fucking kill you! In fact, you've got to crash to get more leg room. Oh, now that is what I call luxury. What do you reckon, love? Love? Where the fuck she go? Well, she won't be needing that then, will she?
Oh my God, man.
Then you get them fuckers, you know, the latecomers who turn up on the plane late, start trying to get their bag in the overhead locker. Oh.
Those are the worst, bro.
Now you're sat there with some stranger's knob coming at you. I didn't know the in-flight entertainment was dodge the dong. He's up there going like, who are you?
Oh, is that an ad or what?
Hey, sweetie, what's wrong?
I'm bored.
Hey, them fuckers. They've always got that huge bag that doesn't comply with handheld luggage regulations. He's still trying to squeeze it in there. Looks like he's trying to squeeze Ann Whitcomb into a fucking bread bin.
Oh, shit.
You look out the window, there's the ground crew. I love the ground crew. There's always that bloke, isn't there, with the headphones plugged into the plane. I always think that's the biggest fucking iPod I've ever seen. It's always that bloke as well, isn't it, going around the plane with a clipboard, you know, ticking stuff off, you know, just before you take off. Going around the plane, you know, with a clipboard, go, Because that is what you don't want to see. You know, you're on the runway, you're just about to take off, you look out your little window and you can see him down on the tarmac, go like, what the fuck's that? What the fuck is that? You know, you're staring out that window going like that. Because they always say, don't they, your life jacket's under your seat. But you never really check, do you? I mean, you have a little feel around, you know, come across that bloke's shoe in the seat behind. Sorry. Because you know that's what's going to happen. You're hurtling towards the ground at 500 miles an hour. You, in a blind panic, will be trying to get a fucking shoe on your head. You know, you're putting on the laces. Mine's not inflating.
Oh my God, pulling on the laces.
Have you read the safety instructions on the plane? They actually give you the instructions of how to use the sick
Mine's not
bag.
inflating.
What, we don't know how to be sick into a bag? You're just about to Ralph, you've got it on your head going... Does anyone know how the fuck this works? And you're sat in your seat, you've got a 5-hour journey, you're sitting there going, yeah, this is all right, I can sit here for 5 hours, quite comfortable, actually. And then suddenly that woman gets on the plane, sits in the seat in front of you with that kid that won't stop fucking crying. And the only thing that stops him is when he pokes his head over the seat in front of you and you go, boo. Then his mum's face appears in that little gap between the seats and she goes, oh, I think you found a friend there.
I didn't want
No, I don't want a fucking friend. Because you know what's going to happen now? She's going to have a fantastic journey and you're going to be Barney, the purple fucking dinosaur. You're still sitting there 3 hours late with that kid poking his head up like, I fucking hate kids. 4 hours later, he's still doing it. You're looking at the door going, if that door opens, I'm fucking jumping out. After 5 hours of this, the kid pokes his head up over the seat in front of you and you go, Dad! Everyone in the seats behind you is like, fucking well done! If you were going to do it, I fucking was.
Oh man, shout out to him, dude. Oh my God. One of the freaking best to do it. He, like I said, dude, in the intro, finding him in that movie, I fell in love with him with his, like, physical expressions, I guess. And to see, man, he does the exact same thing, if not more, in his freaking stand-up, man. It adds to it so much. And the thing I like about him is I find he swears, but he swears, it's gonna sound weird, but he swears at the perfect moment. Like, he doesn't overuse it. He uses it more of like to let the viewer, like us, know, or somebody who's watching it in the crowd, like with the sense of what the person might be thinking, like just the way he would use the F word and stuff like that. I found it was very, very well placed. And that's what they say, like a good comic, if you add a word or take out a word, it ruins the whole bit, kind of thing. So he knows precisely exactly what he's doing, man. And that's where the comedy act comes in. And I just find it freaking beautiful, dude. Because to us, it just looks like they're up there talking, just talking. But it's weird, bro, but it's like a well choreographed thing that you can only get that way if you do it for so many years. That's why, like, musicians and stand-up comedians are the two types of people that I always just have an appreciation for, man, because you have to go through so much crap and literally put 10 plus years into your craft before you even, for one, get good enough to start making great money. Two, to be able to do anything, you have to learn how to be on the stage, hold the mic, hold a crowd. Same with music. Yeah, I play drums and I can hold people with a drum solo, but if I just start doing like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, that stuff's gonna be boring as heck. You gotta learn how to do that stuff. I still learn it, you know what I mean? I haven't played live shows in a long time, but part of learning how to play live shows is that sometimes they're not gonna go good. And that's just part of the fun, man. I love it. So respect to anybody out there trying to make it. And really, when you think about it, the way I look at it, man, like a doctor doesn't make real money till 10 years into their career, going to school, lawyers, stuff like that. Hell, you want to be a carpenter, you got to put in at least 2 years, 3, 4, sometimes 5 years to even get to the point where you're making dang good money. You can start your own business, man. So, anyway, enough rambling out of you, Mr. McLovin, but my point is, bruh, keep grinding, keep doing what you're doing. If you're getting tired, yeah, bruh, we all tired over here. It's gonna happen, man, but do not quit. We don't quit over here, baby. Then we could be Lee Evans someday. Come on. I love you guys, man, and I will catch you in the next one. Enough chit-chat out of me. Peace out, bruh.